This is the Player 4 Podcast. Join us each week as we talk about video games, entertainment, and pop culture, and bring in guests from the Rooster Teeth community. Player 4 has entered the game.
All right, so this is the Player 4 Podcast. Welcome, all of you, all one of you, and guests. So, Malachi, something interesting is going on here because we planned this big live stream, and then Tristan is driving currently to his hometown so he can vote tomorrow. And then Alex is working because Monday is an iffy day for him, and we moved it for other scheduling reasons. And unfortunately, that means less Alex, which means less trolling from me. So, as a result, Malachi, would you like to start off the intros?
Okay. So wait, I got it. Welcome to the Player 4 Podcast live stream.
I already did that.
I'm doing it anyways. Would you give me something? Jeez. Guess what? I want to do it. This is this is my first time live streaming ever. Thank you very much.
Weren't you there for the birthday live stream?
I don't know.
You may have missed it.
I may have missed
the story about Meat Town.
Yes, I missed that.
And Gravity Works? Okay, so this is your first live stream.
Yeah, I am Malachi, a.k.a. Suki Kiba.
A.k.a. Dookie Kiba.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and so I'm Joseph, a.k.a. Jay Dunlap, a.k.a. The Dude, a.k.a. Steambeard, and we have two guests to replace our other co-hosts. Oh. And you guys are permanent fixtures. Just know that. Like, we're getting rid of those other guys, whatever their names are.
Oh. I like the other guys as well. Can we not keep them? Aww. Can we keep them? Can we keep them? Can we keep them?
We can keep Jar Jar and Binks.
Yay! I will let my American friend from across the pond speak first, though.
All right, American friend from across the pond. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Matthew. Matthew Anderson, aka Matt317.
And I'm technically Matt Helliger, but I'm also Andromeda Soldier. But I'm also called Stuart. Hello, everyone.
When did you become Andromeda Soldier?
Oh, that's the new name on the Rooster Teeth website.
You have a new account?
I just literally watch videos. I actually don't do anything with that account. It literally just sits there and watches videos for me.
Well, I mean, that's basically what accounts are for these days, anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, I've been back for a couple of months now. I just didn't tell anyone.
We will delete that part.
I'm also Matt Helliger. Hi.
So, Matthew, I wanted to start off and ask you about the thing that you did with the things that you mailed out to people and what that was about.
I guess originally I just had some extra prints that I was giving away to some friends at RTX, but since I wasn't able to get anything out to you and Alex, I just been having trouble getting these particular prints mailed to y'all just out of busyness. But
yeah. Because Alex was doing autograph lines, and then I was only there for a matter of hours, and so you weren't able to get it to us. I, by happen chance, stumbled across Andres before the panel. Oh, I am a noob, and I didn't mute my phone. That's cool. Anyway, I happened across Andres, and as a result, I got my copy of Sleeping Lions.
Nice.
But I saw you during the panel, and that was it. I think you had to go do something afterwards.
Oh, yeah, it was the Funhouse panel right after that.
Yeah. And so as a result, you weren't able to get me my print, which was, I believe, The Big Lebowski.
Yep.
Yes, and I'm waiting on that as feverishly as I do when I'm waiting for magic cards in the mail, which I don't know why I'm admitting that. So, what are you sending to Alex?
Oh, he already got it. It was a Ruby print.
Oh, cool. Was it a special exclusive of some kind?
Oh no, just our artist vendor print. You know, who specialized in a lot of other like themed prints, and he drew one for Ruby. So I thought that looked cool.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. So I'm assuming he's hung it up in his bedroom, bathroom, somewhere?
Oh, yeah, I assume so. You seem really grateful for it. I like that.
Yeah, Alex is good like that. So, Stuart, I'd like to know what you've been up to since we made you sit up on stage at RTX and be on our panel.
And do a really bad Elvis impression for everybody. Not much.
Not bad.
And he goes, leaving the building.
Oh, hello, everybody. My name's Elvis. Oh, nice to meet you all today. So let's see. Since then, I got promoted at work, demoted, promoted, demoted, and promoted again. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And now I'm saving for a £4,000 PC. So other than that, yeah, nothing much.
That's like $30.
It's about I think it's about $4,600.
What are you putting in this computer?
I want it for 4K video editing. This also includes the monitor as well. I need it for 4K video editing for my GoPro, and I also want it for Twitch streaming, 1080p 60 frame a second gaming, and I also want it to basically handle 2 monitors.
If it cooks, you could marry it.
Very nice.
Yeah, so it's going to have a couple of 1080 GTX 1080 graphics cards. It's going to have like a couple of 3 terabyte hard drives and stuff like that in there. I'm going to make it fucking super, dude. Like for $4,000, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to have neon coming out of it and everything.
Is it going to have water coolant?
Hopefully so. Yeah. I'm even going to roll it up. I'm going to put stripes down the side. I'm going to take it up to drag racing and be like, mine's faster than yours. Stick some wheels on the baby and just watch it fly. Yeah. But no, because my computer at the moment, I can barely watch Twitch. I can barely watch Twitch videos as enough as it is. It can barely load TweetDeck on its best day, and it has a horrible time playing back stuff on YouTube. This computer is pretty much having just the worst time of its life, so I'm pretty much now to the point where I have to save for a new PC no matter what. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just going to go all out and get this super computer.
That computer's pushing on the borderline of taking over the human race.
Yeah, but that computer will do me for like the next 3 years, and then I can upgrade from that with extra parts if I buy them and stuff like that. So this computer's like for the next 3 years and like the next 4, 4K for 4K.
Yeah, I saw that in the chat as well. Hashtag 4K for 4K. I, for one, welcome our new 4K overlords.
I, for one, welcome a
How's
higher
the future?
resolution. I, for one, welcome a higher
how's the
resolution.
future, Stuart?
Well, when I get it in, I'm hoping to have it by next. Hang on, let's see. December, January, February, March. About next April. So there'll be no videos, no streams, no nothing till about next April. So it's gonna be like another 4 months of just silence, and then hopefully I'll have it, and then I can start pumping out everything, and it'll be great again. 4K.
That is actually my situation as far as internet goes. I want to get back to streaming. I want to be able to host these podcast streams as well as my own gaming streams, because a year ago before I moved, I was doing that. And then all of a sudden we moved and we got doo-doo-net, just like Alex's, probably not quite as bad on a good day. And we are currently off our yearly contract, and we're on a monthly by monthly basis. And once we can afford the installation, we're going to change providers so I can start streaming as well. And my esophagus made a really weird noise. So, hey, Malachi, what's going on?
I'm being jealous of all your shiny things you're going to be getting. Because I'm actually in the process of building my own computer from scratch because I thought it'd be a fun experience. But it's only going to be like $1,200 into it. It's not good.
That's still pretty good. What kind of card are you getting?
But here's the thing: what are you going to be getting for that PC though? Because if you build it from scratch though, doesn't it actually cost you less?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You like, actually pay for like $500 of stupid amount of just putting it together.
Yeah. But here's the thing: I can imagine with a computer like that for $1,200, you're still going to get a really good graphics card. You're probably still going to get a good processing unit with it as well.
I'm getting the Devil's Canyon i7. It's a little bit older, but I know it's a solid processor.
I was gonna say it's also an i7, which is still the latest in the market line anyway. So.
Yeah. Oh, I got this computer that I'm using right now has a Gen 1 in it. It's a Gen 1 i7.
What kind of card are you getting?
That's to be determined, because I was looking at some of the old, like, 970? I forget what number it is. The old, really good video card, but now the 1080's out, I'm kind of picking through them, seeing which one will be the best. I don't
So-
You
know.
go with a 1070. That's what I have.
If this makes any
I
sense,
just said you can go with a 1070. That's what I have.
I'm looking at
1070 is
all-
good. If it gives any help, I found a PC that I based my 4th because I'm
Oh.
basically just picking a lot of computer parts together. This is the computer I was looking at getting. It's got an i7 6700K processor inside of it, two 1080 8GB graphics cards, and it's got a 3 TB hard drive inside of it, and it's got Windows 10 pre-installed. I was like, I should fucking hope so for £4,000. I was like, if it didn't come with an operating system, I'd be really mad.
Yeah.
But does it come with pinball? Is the question.
No, but it does come with a top hat and a fancy mustache.
Oh yes, I say, welcome to
Oh.
Windows.
Yes.
Does he clean the windows?
Yes, 10 chip, 10. Fuck it, I can't speak anymore. Fucking damn it, Joe.
So yeah, other than the PC, being jealous of you guys' PCs, I've been really just dealing with an evil landlord that I'm done with, and just getting bored of all the games I'm playing. I'm trying to expand out to some new things.
You should play Hex with me.
I could play Hex. I haven't touched it yet.
Come on, come on. That's
Well,
how you convince people to do stuff, right?
I've been a little distracted with Minecraft a bit. That's actually been going pretty well, but we're kind of slowing down in it after we finished our farm. So,
The super farm that we talked about in the episode that came out today.
yeah. So, but that's pretty much it. It's just my gaming and everyday life.
I
Yeah.
forgot to mention one thing about this PC. I have to build the desk from scratch though for it. Because if I'm gonna stick have any of you guys heard of the standing desk from VeriDesk where you
Yeah.
pull it up?
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna stick one of those on the desk, but the VeriDesk that I want is just shy of 48 inches wide. So I need to build a custom desk because there is no desk here in the UK that can accommodate a standing desk. So I have to build it from scratch. So I have to build the computer desk from scratch to accommodate the desk, my Xbox, and all the other things on it. So I need to build it 48 inches wide. I need to build it about 70 centimeters deep. And I was just like, I haven't built anything like that since I built like IKEA furniture. Obviously, basically comes pre-prepared. You basically just start sticking everything together. I was like, this should be a very interesting experience. So yeah, I have to build the desk myself and buy the standing desk on top of getting the 4K monitor and the 4K PC.
I have a story about that. About assembling your own thing that comes from the store and then you put the pieces together.
Oh no. I can't wait. This sounds bad.
Almost all my bookshelves except one I've assembled from what I bought at Walmart. They're all basically the same bookshelf. I have 3. Well, one of them, being the oldest one, just started to fall apart. So what was it? My wife was supposed to come and pick me up for something, and she had the kids with her, and she called me and said, I was about to head out the door, and the bookshelf started to fall apart. I'm like, what? So she ends up taking a very long time to come pick me up, and I'm like, what took so long? She's like, I told you the bookshelf was falling apart. And I was like, yeah. She's like, no, really, it was falling. Movies were falling out of it. And the top half was breaking. No, the bottom half was breaking completely. It had no structural integrity, and the kids were next to it. I was late. So she disassembled the bottom half. It's one of those things where it's 2 halves, and you put the 2 halves together. And now it's just the top half. Fortunately, that's all we need for the movies. It's just the kids liked to put their coloring books and stuff on the bottom half. So that's my story, and I'm pretty sure that's probably got to be one of the oldest ones that we had. And I probably made it when my son was a baby, and he's currently 6, almost 7. I say, it made it a pretty long time.
You mean put together or made from scratch?
No, I put it together from what we bought at Walmart.
Okay.
It was one of those bookshelves that has the 2 halves that you put together after you've made it.
Yeah, got it.
So apparently the bottom half just no longer had structural integrity.
I'll Stuart.
But hey, I didn't have E. coli.
Positive thing, Stuart, is you can, after you're done, you can add on your list of skills, carpentry.
There you go.
I want to make the obvious joke there, but I'm not going to. My hobbies include linguistics, truncheon beating, bowling.
Hey.
One day we'll have that shirt. Anyway.
One day.
Yeah,
One day.
So, Matthew, briefly, I wanted to ask you how Doctor Strange is, since I haven't seen it, probably Malachi hasn't seen it, probably Stuart hasn't seen it. You want to give us like a 30-second how good was it?
Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty much a it has your standard like Marvel origin story fare, but with some good parts mixed in, like very good visuals, including like this when they're in the other dimension, they're like running through the city and all the buildings are twisting and kaleidoscoping.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like you've probably seen the trailers, and
yeah, it had sort of an
Doctor
Inception
Strange
vibe
really
there.
good too. Yeah, I was gonna say the character of Doctor Strange too is also pretty cool too, since honestly I don't really have that much knowledge of Doctor Strange besides most of what I know comes from the parody of him from Venture Brothers, Dr. Orpheus. But even then, I still really liked it. I'll probably go see it again, but yeah, I recommend it. Go see it.
Okay, go see it. I like reviews like that. Don't go see it. Go see it.
I'm taking a
There's
whole
a
posse
YouTuber.
with me.
When I played World of Warcraft a lot, there was a YouTuber that I watched, and he did a lot of machinima. He had one where it was supposed to be a trailer for a show that he was going to make. It was supposed to be like a 5-episode show or something, and he only made 2 episodes, and that was years ago. But it was called, I think it was called Time Gnomes, and it was these gnomes that were playing the latest expansion of World of Warcraft, which was like the 15th expansion, according to the story of his show, and it sent them back in time in the game because they ran out of ideas. So it's called Time Gnomes. In the intro, it's like they wanted to come up with a guild name, and they wanted to go with Funky Town, but somebody took it, so they decided to go with Time Gnomes. So when they made the trailer for Time Gnomes, they're just standing there, and they're talking about Pirates of the Caribbean 3. They're like, I don't know. It's called Pirates of the Caribbean 3. You'd think that there would have been more pirates. There just weren't very many pirates, and you'd think it's the third one there'd be 3 times as many pirates, and there wasn't. And what's with all these thumbs up and reviews? It's like 2 thumbs up, 3 thumbs up, and why not just say I really enjoyed it? You should go watch it, or this smelled like my backside, so go watch it if you want to experience my backside. So I prefer what we do on P4 Podcast, like when we're reviewing a video game, we give it 2 thumbsticks up, meaning go play it, versus don't go play it. So Matthew, I appreciate your conclusion being you should go see it, because way too often we just give an arbitrary number in the rating.
Oh, yeah.
So, Stuart, what have you been up to as far as movies and games?
Movies is non-existent.
Ooh.
Movies is non-existent at the moment. I'm not watching anything movie-wise.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of the games, not a lot. FIFA came out a while ago. That was fun. It's still fun. Gears of War 4, however, is now... Gears of War 4, I got the Xbox with it. So I got Gears of War 4, I've got 1, 2, 3, and Judgment to play through again, which is really nice because I love those games. And then today, it's N7... Well, yesterday was N7 day, technically. And for me, it's now the 8th. And what they did very nicely, Xbox, they released 1, 2, and 3 as backwards compatible, so you have the entire trilogy to go back and play. So I now... hours and hours and hours and days and days and days and days and days worth of gameplay to catch up on, and I honestly can't wait.
How do you catch up on days of gameplay?
I just go back and live like I did several years ago when those games came out. I'm just going to lock myself in my room and not go to work.
I thought it was like you had a certain amount of days to catch up. You would just play really fast?
No, it's like for one playthrough of Mass Effect alone is like 30 hours, 30 to 35 hours.
Yes. Oh, I love Mass Effect.
And then Mass Effect 2 is like 30 to 40 hours, and 3 was like 45 to 50. So
Yeah, and
it's
that
just,
depended on how much DLC you had for each game as well.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They all for all of it. I think the DLC comes back. So if you had all the DLC downloaded before, you just load it all up from where you were left off. So yeah, I've got them. Like I say, I've got the Gears games, Mass Effect. I'm back into Destiny. I'm playing through Alien Isolation with a couple of friends every other week. So we play through like a couple of hours, and we stop and play through the next couple of hours. We're about halfway through the game, which is really nice because I never played the game because I was too scared.
Scared of what?
I don't like horror and jump scares. I don't.
Wait, Alien Isolation. I think I haven't played that. That's with the actual like the xenomorph aliens from the movies,
Yes.
right?
Oh,
Yes.
I gotta.
Oh, yeah.
I want to bring something up. Bring something up. So Matthew, you probably were there. This was 2 RTXs ago. The podcast was only like 6 months old, and we went to RTX, and there was the screening that SideQuest was hosting, where we did our best of P4 2015. Do you recall that? Were you there?
Sadly, no, I wasn't.
Oh man. Okay, so Alex would be the only one who would know what I'm talking about here, but there was a really funny YouTube clip that they had on there. One of the Rooster Teeth community members who did his own little Let's Plays, and he sounded either through a veneer or as his normal accent. He sounded, let's say, Wisconsin, like he was from Wisconsin or South Canada or something. And he was playing Alien Isolation and just freaking out the whole time. Like, oh no, don't open the lock, ah! And he would just constantly be dying, and it was probably the funniest thing they showed all night, except maybe teabagging in our Minecraft video. That actually got some laughs. Tristan's teabagging in the Minecraft video. Our very first Minecraft video, teabagging. Yeah. So we started off on a high note. Malachi, I wanted to ask you something before we start fielding questions from our sizable audience. Malachi, we have finally finished Reliving Vicariously.
Oh, yes.
How long was that journey? When did we start Reliving Vicariously?
Probably a long time, because we had mishaps and things hop in between and whatnot. I don't have a timeline at all. Probably quite a few months.
I want to say it was probably early 2016, maybe April or March, around there. So anyone who doesn't know what that is, that was a segment where Malachi had not watched all of Red vs. Blue before, and it had been years, I tell you, since he had last seen an early season of Red vs. Blue.
Yes.
So we had a segment called
Reliving Vicariously.
Reliving Vicariously. So we were reliving
yeah.
Red vs. Blue vicariously through him as he recounted his experiences watching all 13 seasons of Red vs. Blue. We finished right as Season 4 was ending just a few weeks ago, and so next episode, hopefully we get the whole gang together to do one last hurrah of Reliving Vicariously, where we all do a spoiler cast of Red vs. Blue. So Malachi, I want to know, what was that experience like for you on the whole, getting to watch it just a season at a time and talk about it with us on the podcast?
It was enjoyable because it's fun to listen to your very long explanation of your thoughts on the one story you had. That was very in-depth and very long.
Oh, my fan theory!
Yes, your fan theory. That was crazy.
Yes, that was before you'd even gotten to those seasons I was talking about, too.
And
so the fan theory
was interesting.
Can I talk about the fan theory?
No, you've already talked about it.
No, I'm not going to say what it is. I just want to talk about it. Okay, fine.
Because last time it was like the whole podcast.
Okay, so no, I'm going to talk about it now because you don't want me to. So the fan theory, there's a guy named Josh who works at Rooster Teeth now that back in the day we raided with the Drunk Tanks together, and we came up with a fan theory about Red vs. Blue. I think it was before Season 10 was even done, maybe Season 11. I don't remember when it was. I think it was after Season 9, honestly. We had this whole fan theory about the nature of the AI and the freelancers and techs and church that I still kind of like, even though they've sort of retconned some stuff and to the point that it doesn't really work anymore. And then I read the fan theory aloud, the document that we wrote together and sent to Bernie on the podcast, and now Malachi's claiming that it took up the entire episode.
It was quite lengthy. Not a big deal, though. It was just funny.
It was lengthy.
But overall, I was kind of bummed that I didn't watch it sooner. There was a lot of nice things in it, and Tristan was always clamoring about whenever I came over to visit. He's like, "Oh, dude, we should watch Red vs. Blue. I have like the big box set of it." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we should." And then we do other things.
Then you play Warframe, just sitting next to each other, holding hands.
Tristan and I's old, little, I don't know what you want to call it, like Bane or old like thing that was our thing we always did together was Phantasy Star Online for the GameCube.
Mm-hmm.
And
you've talked about that.
Yeah, we'd play hours on top of hours on top of hours in that game. So, usually that took up most of our time. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of characters that I didn't get to really get into as much or actually appreciated more throughout the series. Like, I still love Sarge. He's the greatest out of everyone. Him and Caboose.
You just got Sarged. What's your favorite Sarged line? From the You Got Sarged.
Oh, that's hard to say.
Well, okay. I guess any line where he could follow it up with You Just Got Sarged.
I can't say, because I only watched it once through. I'm going to watch it again, actually, here soon.
What you really should do is get the DVD for Season 4, because in the outtakes, there's a whole slew of one-liners that Sarge uses. Like, hold these bullets for me. In your gut.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, too.
Yes. I have that DVD, and I have a lot of good memories watching that DVD with guys that I taught in drum corps. Like, we watched it all the time, to where we were quoting the PSAs all the time. Like, but you don't drink 2 gallons of milk on your way to work. Maybe you don't.
You don't. You know what else was on that DVD? The whole Winter Games suggestion PSA from Sarge. That's probably one of my favorite lines from Sarge came from that. Everyone gets a bayonet in speed skating.
Tell Michonne Kwan I always loved her. It was a bayonet, explosions, and something else. Yeah, and also the losers. Polar bears. The polar bears and the losers would get uranium so that they would become irradiated.
Also, if you beat a country in an event, you get to keep it, or at least set it on fire.
All right, so I think this is time to take questions. So, anyone in the chat, I know the numbers has been going up and down. The numbers won't stop going down. Anyone in the chat that wants to ask us any sort of question about a topic we've talked about, or just anything regarding Player 4 Podcast, or if you want to ask Stuart and Matt a question about anything, you can. But I'd also like to take questions from Stuart and Matt for me and Malachi.
Ooh.
All right.
Man. Now I've got to rack my brain. It's my brain. I barely have enough IQ to get me through my day, let alone ask people questions.
At 1 a.m. in the morning.
2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had our daylight savings time finally.
Nothing comes on the top of the head.
Actually, yes. Question: Have you both been enjoying Ruby Season 4 so far?
Yes. Very good question. Absolutely.
I don't watch Ruby.
What?
Do we need to relive vicariously through that with Joseph?
Yeah.
I know it's going to happen eventually, so maybe that's why I'm holding out.
I have only watched the first 2 seasons. I haven't finished season 3.
What we'll do is, when this episode comes out on YouTube, Tristan and Alex will watch it and go, "Oh, this is a great question for us to answer." And then on the podcast next week when we're recording, I'll say, "So what's your answer to Stuart's question?" And they'll say, "What question? We don't watch our episodes." So, yeah, I just contradicted myself. Yeah, cognitive dissonance.
Well, it's one of those things as well. I'd like to go back, because I'm at MCM. I picked up a DVD, which I don't think's even out yet. It's volumes 1 through 3 of Ruby. It's a DVD. I got it for about £20 or so, which is really cheap for 3 DVDs. I was like, oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah. But the best of it is it's like a Blu-ray edition as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you were to happen to do a Living Vicariously and you had the normal crew rather than just like having me on, like, I would be very interested in hearing your thoughts on Ruby. I really would. I'd be very interested in hearing what you would kind of get to with Ruby.
It's just, I'm scared to do a segment where I talk about Rooster Teeth content because I'm scared to say I didn't like something.
Right.
Because some Rooster Teeth fans tend to get, shall we say...
defensive?
I'm not going to say anything.
Defensive.
I don't know what... triggered. Sensitive. That's the nice word, sensitive. They're sensitive about Rooster Teeth content. And
Depends on the show, though.
Yeah. Strangerhood was okay.
Well, it depends on how you address it, too. You could still say that you don't understand why they did something instead of saying you didn't like it. You can say, I don't understand.
I like that approach, Malachi. I could do a reliving. Maybe as they wind down Season 4, I could do a reliving. I could watch all the volumes and give my opinion on, I don't know why they did this, but this was kind of cool, and be more of an honest critique rather than, I didn't like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah.
Of course, that means I also can't say I liked it.
Right.
But that you could say you liked this, and overall I enjoyed the whole thing. And you say overall it was pretty good.
Okay. So I don't have to do it anymore. You just did it for me.
All done, all of it.
Oh, come on! You need to create content.
Yeah, that's true. So Matthew, do you have a question for us?
Yes. Or I think I did. No, I don't.
Bum.
But I guess I did kind of. Well, it's not really. It is kind of a question regarding the Skype connection. Do you get any drops? Because I've got maybe 1 or 2 drops, and I hope I didn't just ask Malachi what his new graphics card would be twice.
Oh,
I didn't get an answer from that.
Yeah, you did. I didn't answer right away. That was my fault. So.
Oh, okay.
Jeez, Sukihiba.
I know. I'm such a terrible person.
That's all right.
To answer your first question, yeah, he's hosting the call and he's hosting the stream because of my DookieNet. So there will be drops here and there, but it'll overall be okay.
On my end, it's perfectly fine. No drops on my end hearing you guys at all.
Yeah, the main reason he is hosting is because it tends to be more stable for the person hosting. And so since he's doing the stream, we want it to be nice and stable for those listening, since they hear everything that Malachi hears. Although I don't want to know everything that Malachi hears.
Or do you?
Maybe.
Voices inside his head.
The voices are telling me to kill everyone. I'm just kidding. That's not what they're saying.
Jeez.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Well, I mean, that is a quote from Suicide Squad.
I know.
I still haven't watched that.
I still haven't seen it either.
It's an awful lot of movies I need to see. Like, crying out loud. I don't remember the last time I've been to the theater. I think it was Finding Dory.
Did any of you watch Suicide
Oh,
Squad?
not a bad choice.
Yeah, did either of you watch Suicide Squad?
Yes.
What was your thing?
Okay.
Was it worth a watch at least?
I still enjoyed it.
Okay.
It just seemed kind of funny. Like I remember going to see it and enjoying it, and then after that weekend, just about everyone at Rooster Teeth and Funhouse and Mega 64 was like, "Oh, it's so bad! It's so bad! I hate it."
Yeah.
I was like,
I feel like that's the thing
movie
now
did
is
they watch?
to talk bad about movies instead of trying to find something to enjoy. I think that just makes you appear to be like, I have high standards and I'm hard to please because I know so much about movies, And sometimes it's just fun to watch a popcorn flick. I think we've had this conversation before, by the way.
I don't know. I don't remember. But the big thing, too, is I believe people go in there with certain expectations, and it doesn't go the way they expect it to, and then they dislike it, versus actually going there, seeing the director's view on that story, and enjoying the story he's telling. It's more, oh, that didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen. This is a dumb movie. I hate it.
Well, I think the special case with this one was that apparently there was a lot of reshoots and the studio meddling to change the tone midway through the creation of the movie.
Yeah. Let's talk about that, because Deadpool came out and they were like, "Oh, so a movie can be funny and it can be about comic books? Okay." And then meanwhile, Old Man Logan, people working on Old Man Logan, which I'm so excited for, they're like, "Oh, a comic book movie can be rated R?" So they each took a page from Deadpool's book, from Ryan Reynolds' book. So on the end of Suicide Squad, they then put on a trailer for Suicide Squad that cut in, instead of just typical like action music or serious music, they put in Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yep.
And people responded well to it. And they were like, "Oh, okay." And then Deadpool's funny. People went and watched Deadpool, so let's make it funny. And so when I heard about that they actually started reshooting certain scenes and sort of changed the pacing and overall tone, I was like, why wasn't it like that to begin with? I mean, that's a lot of, like, DC is a mix of, like, super dark, but also, at times, quite hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually okay with that.
Flash is DC, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was always a very comical character.
Oh, yeah. Like, my kids watch the Netflix series. They watch Ultimate Spider-Man. They watch Avengers Assemble. They watch, I think there's another Spider-Man, like, where he's working for S.H.I.E.L.D. I forget what that one's called. And there's Justice League. There's Justice League Reloaded, I think. And then there's so many shows. And the Flash is the funniest guy in the whole series about the Justice League. Like, he's always getting into trouble, and they also seem to forget that he's super fast because they're always throwing things at him, and he lets it hit him because the writers forget that he's super fast. Like, there was one where he got trapped in a building, and I'm like, why? How? What? But still, yeah, Flash is really funny.
So, yes.
Oh, speaking of funny bits,
Mm-hmm.
I noticed that in Doctor Strange, there seemed to be one small thing I noticed about the movie was that there seemed to be a lot of, I don't know, forced, like, funny bits added in to get some laughs out of the audience, you know, with some, like, pop culture jokes and just some funny antics with Doctor Strange's cape. Nothing too serious, but it's just something I kind of noticed that you kind of see a trend of, oh, we need to throw in some funny bits just to give the audience something to react to.
Yeah, I can see that if it's not needed, then just don't do it. There was a lot of that in Star Wars last year. A lot of completely serious story beats that are completely ruined with modern-style humor. And some of it was completely over the top, though, that while I was sitting in the theater, I was going, what is going on? For example, capturing Captain Phasma, and then Finn is like, I'm in charge now. I'm in charge.
Bring it down.
What is going on? Like, what am I watching? Is this a parody of Star Wars? And then a little bit later, like, Han Solo sees Rey, and he's, like, motioning, and Finn's like, what's that? What are you doing when I'm trying to talk? And I'm like, what is going on? Like, I did enjoy the movie. I don't want to be overly critical, but sometimes trying to throw in a funny beat for no good reason just doesn't work. I mean, ask sitcom writers.
Right. Exactly.
There's some sitcoms that are just downright stupid. Stupid.
Was there any questions from the audience at all?
Yeah. I was going to ask anyone in the chat, all of one of you. Although I've seen the number go up and down, all of you, if you have a question for us, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I did have something else I wanted to talk about, which was what I did this weekend. I went to Dallas and played in a Magic Grand Prix.
Nice.
Magic the Gathering.
Yes.
So I went to my first Grand Prix not that long after our last live stream, which was our birthday live stream. It was in the spring, and that was standard format, which is the most popular one. But this weekend I went and I played in a older format, the modern format, for the first time, and I had a good time. My goal was to do better than I did last time, and I did. Barely, but I did. So I did, and it counts. It was fun. Let's see. There was a group of 5 of us, and we got a hotel room together. Who's ready for the election is the question. We'll answer that in a second. And then one of us, the guy who drove us, actually made day 2, which means you have to get a certain amount of wins to make it even to the second day. And at that point, tiebreakers reset, and the best 8 players get to play it off in elimination. He actually made day 2, which meant all of us were staying in Dallas instead of going home. However, we didn't want to pitch in for a hotel room the second night, so we stayed with another group from the same area that we came from. I'll wait for Matt to finish what he's doing.
Oh, what? No.
So we stayed it was 8 people. 8 people, 9 people sharing a hotel room all together. So, yeah, I slept on the floor next to the door with a pillow and woke up shivering at 3 in the morning because it was so cold in the room and I didn't have a blanket. And then I went and took a shower and then slept with a towel on top of me for the rest of the night. It was a tiring weekend overall, but I had fun. I played Magic, which is nice, and I came up with some crazy ideas for other things I can do. And that's all I have to say about that. So we get to the question now. Well, who's ready for the election? Stuart, are you ready for the election?
I'm no. I mean, it's interesting because we can obviously draw the comparison of Brexit to you guys and what's going on right now.
Yeah,
and it's
I was
just
going to say, you get to be like, no, I went through Brexit, now you get to go through yours.
Yeah, I was just going to say, yeah, you're in no better of a situation, unfortunately, so I feel just as sorry for you guys. In terms of what you guys have, though, I think it's, as someone who obviously can't vote, it's a whole different thing to watch you guys have such a turnout for your election parties as well. It's crazy the fact that you guys have these huge rallies and we get so the guy who's trying to run the country or is going to hearing campaigns, he turned up at a village hall with 20 people there, and you have huge fucking rallies for your guys. I'm just like, what the fuck?
Fear is quite a motivator.
But that's true. Yeah, I can see that. No.
And then with Brexit, everyone was pretty much convinced that it wasn't going to pass, so they didn't go vote.
God, that was such a fucking bleh. Yeah, hey everyone, look, it's not going to happen, right? You see this mark, I put an X next to it, it's never going to happen, oh shit.
Yeah, I saw a tweet where someone was like, I didn't vote because, I voted for the referendum because I wanted to send a message, and then it turned out to pass. Somebody retweeted it saying, welcome to democracy? What did you expect to happen?
This happened with Dan as well. It was a story they told on the Rooster Teeth on, No, it's not drunk. It's not drunk tank. It's off topic. Yeah, it's Dan Grushi from Slow Mo Guys was just like, no, I voted for it. I didn't think it would pass, and Gavin's like, you're a fucking idiot. Yeah.
All right, so Matt and Malachi, have you guys voted?
Yep.
No.
Okay, well, you've got tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough choice because I don't want either.
I'm not going to tell you what to do. I know what I did, and I voted with a clear conscience.
I have an idea who I want, but if I had the choice of someone else, it'd probably be someone else if they were decent.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I was trying to get a library book for my son, and the polling station was right next to the library, and I was like, oh yeah, I can register, and I'm registered, I can go vote early, so I went and voted early last week. Took a picture, took a selfie for Snapchat, for Twitter, for Instagram. That's where most of my personal stuff goes, is those places. I don't so much do personal stuff on Facebook anymore, which sometimes is the opposite of what people do. Anyway, I choked on spit, that's fun. Anyway, I went and voted, and I'm going to pressure my wife to go vote tomorrow because if it ever mattered, it matters now. All this talk that people have been doing on social media, oh, this and that, I'm so morally superior for the candidate I support. Well, put your money where your mouth is and go vote, because ultimately that's what determines it, is go and actually vote. I don't care who you're voting for. I want you to vote for who you think needs to run the country, because that's the way the system is made. I'm bobbing my head, and I'm probably getting really loud as I'm getting closer to the mic, and now it looks actually kind of naughty what I'm doing. Anyway.
Originally it wasn't bad until you just exaggerated it right there.
Yeah, I was doing it because I was hoping it would actually pick up.
It did.
I got a
awesome.
good mental image of that.
And then I was wasting speaker.
So, but yeah, just make your best choice, and it should be who should be able to run the country the right way.
Yeah, and then it becomes, what's your opinion of the right way?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, the best analogy I heard was, who would you rather have do surgery on you? Someone who's had multiple malpractice lawsuits, or the manager at Wendy's?
Good analogy.
Yeah, that's the best analogy I've ever heard. I'm like, I really don't know.
Where the heck do you hear that? That's actually really good.
Like, I get what the obvious choice is there. It's just I don't want to choose either. So anyway, let's move off of politics, because Tristan's not here, and we know he likes to go on his political soapboxes and he'll be all left out, even though he won't watch it. And I think he'll watch it. It'll be Alex that doesn't watch. It'll be Malachi that doesn't watch it. When are we going to relive P4 vicariously with Malachi?
No.
No, that's not
No.
an answer. I said when. I didn't say if.
No.
What I like about that is just the way you structured it. Like, you start off so enthusiastic about it, and you're like, "No, I'm serious. No, you're doing this." No, it's just like, you're like, "When are we doing this with Malachi?" And Malachi's like, "No."
That's like asking your dad, why are you going to give me $5? But then he answers, because you're going to clean the backyard. Outdated.
Mm.
That's going to be the way I am. So any parting words here as we wind down?
I'm just.
I don't
Look.
see your work papers.
Was that John Wayne?
I don't see your work papers, Pilgrim.
I was about to try and do a really bad English John Wayne impression. I just realised that would not come across.
Please try it at least.
Do it.
Well, no, because
Please.
because for you guys, obviously the outback, what I would call more of the western side of it, is obviously it's got like a yee kind of accent. For us, that's that's very farmer territory. So it's like, well, so for us, like, well, I was doing this. I was doing this. Yeah. Or no, another farmer thing's like, oi, Pilgrim, oi. You got a tractor. You got cheese. You got cheese. Tractor. You got tractor. You got cheese. Oi. It'd be like that. That's like a very English John Wayne. It's like, oi, got cheese. Oi.
Except
That's
John
that.
Wayne doesn't talk about cheese.
Well, that's the closest we get to John Wayne, though. That's the closest we get.
He does
don't
now.
Your westerns are about people eating cheese.
That's about as west as you get in England,
It's high
unfortunately.
noon. You know what that means? It's tea time. Yee-haw, gee golly. Lack me some cheese on crackers.
Bust
Wait,
out the
Western. By Western, do you mean Wales?
No, it's just a lot of no. Yeah. Actually, no. Actually, you nailed it. No. No.
The westerns are about Welsh farmers having tea time.
And lots of rain as well.
Ditto.
Yeah. How's the
Yeah.
weather been?
Oh, it sucked. It sucked big balls. It sucked fucking big balls right now.
Big
Damn.
monkey Stuart balls.
No,
Balls.
where'd you get that from? Big Stuart balls. No, it's been nice. I mean, it can go to another country and rain there. That'd be nice. I want sunshine again. I miss sunshine.
Oh, there's plenty of sunshine here in Texas.
Yeah. Except yesterday when it was storming.
Yeah.
Something you need to know
that's
about Texas is that it's either raining or it's really hot.
Yeah, but our heat here is a very is a very windy heat. So we get sunshine, but we still get quite a lot of wind come through. So you never actually really get to enjoy the sunshine.
Yeah, you can't even see it because of all the wind.
No, exactly, yeah. But with Texas, at least you have a dry heat. So when you step outside, it's like, oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. You know it's hot. You don't step outside and you go, no, it's sunny now, but in 5 minutes, is it going to start raining? It might do. I see a dark cloud 5 miles away in the. I should take a jacket with me. You got the sun cream? You have. Okay, cool. We're going to need a jacket or two. 2 of them. Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, sun cream and
a jacket.
Winter jackets.
And a waterproof jacket. Yeah.
I have a story about that because Texas is sometimes like that. I was in college and I was walking across the campus, which is not very big. We're talking like a few acres. Oh, wait. Let me think. About a quarter of a kilometer. Like you can see one from one end to the other. It's so I was leaving the dormitory, and I looked up in the sky and I saw a cloud. I was like, "Oh, okay, clouds." By the time I got to the music building, it was pouring down, and the wind was making the front doors of the music building flap open and closed. That's how bad it was and how quickly it rolled in.
Mm-hmm.
It was 3 minutes. That's how long it took me to walk across campus.
You got some cloud. You got some cloud shit going on there. You didn't go secure the car captor and fucking solve that for you.
Yeah. So we got to end the podcast now, but thank you for joining us.
What the fuck was?
Thank you. It was a really pleasure.
I've taken over being the Arnold since Alex isn't here.
You dad, this is not funny.
Oh.
I could do all the bad voices. I could be the bad voice of every voice ever. It's like, you dad.
Can you do some Elvis to bring us down to this episode?
I'm smiling so hard.
Can Elvis please come back to the building?
I can certainly try. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching the Player 4 podcast. My name's been Master Look. Yeah, it's very nice to meet you, baby. Over there, we have Joseph, Matthew, and we have Suki Kibo as well. Thank you very much. Elvis is leaving the building. Bye-bye.
All right, then. That sounds like a great ending. Thank you to our soul chatter and everyone who dropped by while we were having our little shindig.
Thank you,
Always
Josh.
a pleasure. Thank you.
Josh.
It's good to see you guys again.